Time for Entre nous. Now, across France, kids are being asked to put down tablets, switch off consoles, and step away from their screens. The movement is Dix Jours Sans Écrans, 10 days without screens, and it now involves schools, nurseries, and entire communities. But is it realistic? And what can parents and caregivers actually do to make it the 10 days? We can now bring in our digital parenting expert, Elizabeth Milovidov. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us once again on the program. Let's start with the basics, shall we? Remind us what effect can too many screens have on children's health?
Hello, Delano. It is great to be here with you again. Yeah, I think that's a great starting point. The effect of screens. Well, we know the research is pretty consistent on this. When children are spending excessive time on leisure screens, and I really want to stress leisure screens because not all screen time is bad, well, then we see that there are some real effects in different areas. So first, as you can see, sleep. Sleep is huge, right? Because before bedtime, if you're looking at screens, it's going to suppress the melatonin, and that's that great hormone that helps us fall asleep. So kids who are on devices late in the evening, well, they're sleeping less, they're sleeping worse, they're kind of waking up tired, cranky, and this has a sort of knock-on effect on everything: mood, concentration, learning, the whole bit. Physical health, we know this. More screen time typically means that kids are just sitting around, loafing about, and we've seen some rises in obesity, childhood obesity, the rates, and screens, we know it plays a role in this. Social and emotional development, of course, kids are learning empathy and conflict resolution, and they do this when they're interacting face to face. So when screens are replacing a lot of this, they're missing out on building some of these critical skills. And finally, something that is always amazing to me is how screens can truly affect language development and attention span, because little kids, they need to see our mouths moving. And so those early years, less is more. They need real world interaction to do that. So it's clear the science is there, but we're not going to demonize everything. We're going to think about balance.
Okay, Elizabeth. So if we switch off the screens, then what happens? How do parents go and occupy their children?
Yeah, I get it. It's really difficult. I'm a mom of two boys, and they were younger, and I had to deal with all of these things because screens are kind of convenient, right? They buy us some time. We can make dinner, we can do other things, we can work. So there is good news. So you can step away. You can you just really think about some of the best activities are really the simplest ones, right? So the things that we all know, the things that we did when we were children, getting outside, go take a walk, bring back some of those board games, right? Where you can sit there and you play with your family, make it a, Delano family movie night where you're, teaching patience, you're taking turns doing different strategy. Whole family is playing these games. Arts and crafts, come on, Delano, grab a cardboard box and watch what kids can do with it, right? They are really creative when we give them space. Cooking together, you get to cook, you measure out, you can do math, and at the end, you get something cool to eat. And, letting them play. Just let kids play. They don't need screens, right? Imaginative, unstructured, free play. Let them play. And I know you're going to say, but the kids are bored. They're bored. Let them be bored. It's okay. Boredom is good. It stimulates creativity.
It's life. We get bored sometimes. What about parents or caregivers? What's their role in all of this?
Yeah, well, I think this is the hard part, right? Because we are role models. So they are watching us. And we have to remember that the way that we handle our devices, if we're sitting at the dinner table with our telephones, well, kind of sending them a message, even if we don't want to. So the first thing I always say is, be that model the behavior that you want to see in your children. This is the same thing where we're talking about digital parenting or, off-screen parenting, in real life parenting. Be present, make eye contact, show your children what it's like to, truly be in the moment. Be honest about your own screen habits. Come on, Delano, we have to really realize it isn't about being perfect. I kind of mess up too. You can say to your child, you know what, I get it. I spend too much time on my screen. Let's make an effort together. Setting up the environment for success, this is crucial. So you can create screen-free zones, dinner table, bedroom, wherever. And if you have like a charging station that's somewhere, this is the place where devices go. You can also have a little basket in the front of the door. Devices go in the basket as soon as you come come in the house. And I would also say to give yourself some grace, right? You know, we fall off the wagon. It's okay. Parenting in the digital age is really hard. There is no manual, even though we're all trying to do what we can. So just give yourself a break. And if you can't do the 10-day challenge, then give yourself 10 morning challenges or 10 evening challenges. So I think that you have to realize you can do it.
Or start small with a 10-hour challenge. And to wrap it up, Elizabeth, so it's not all screens are bad, are they?
Course not. We know this. The true issue here is that, you know, screens can connect us. They can help educate us. They open up the whole world. I mean, look at this. I'm sitting here in London. You're in Paris. I mean, the idea is that, you know, we're not trying to eliminate screens. We're trying to find balance. We're trying to put them in their proper place. And with AI coming and all the new things, we really have a great chance to reset and get it right. And think about that balance, that digital parenting, and truly to go for those resets and go to turn things off. It's okay. Less is more.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for that. Until next time, Elizabeth Milovidov there. And don't forget, you can check out other editions of our Entre Nous on our website, france24.com.